Good afternoon, this is Christopher Walters presenting my final project for business calculus. So my final project is quality education. My business name is Teaching for Tomorrow, and my business creates opportunities for teachers in third world countries or those countries that do not have the funding to create quality education. My business will work from selling t-shirts online, from which the proceeds will be used to create teacher training workshops. These workshops will train our educators to provide standard education to those in need. So this is Sustainable Development Goal number 4, quality education. And the goal's main purpose is to provide inclusive education to those in needs. One of the topics discussed in the article is to provide teachers with proper education to instruct their students. The article also states that over 265 million children are currently out of school, and 22% of them are of primary school age. Primary school is one of the most fundamental building blocks in greater education, according to this website. So my business solution is going to be to create Teaching for Tomorrow, which will create a window for teachers in impoverished countries to learn how to educate children in primary schools or grade school. This company will provide workshops and skilled educators to travel to these countries to coach and mentor these teachers. On my business logo and advertisement, teaching them today so they can teach leaders tomorrow. And the introduction. So we have derivatives and extrema explained. The following project includes the topics of derivatives and extrema. Derivatives are taken from a function and show us the change in the function. They help us explain marginal costs and revenues, finding the extreme of a function, and many other topics. This project will be dealing with the extrema of a function, and this tells us the extreme minimums and maximums of a function. There are both absolute max and mins and local max and mins. So why choose this calculus topic for my business? This topic will give me insight on how much I should expect to price the t-shirts to maximize the revenue. The maximum revenue will provide the best quality in the teacher training workshops. So I will be finding the max extreme of the function to provide information on what amount of revenue should be expected. What are the other calculus topics in real world? What other applications for the extreme are finding the minimum of a function? Specifically, more or less for a cost function, it's going to show us the minimum amount of a cost to produce X number of items. And other application of finding a derivative can be to evaluate what the marginal costs and revenues of a function are. So here's my data table, my data and equations topic here, with price and with revenue. Revenue is going up, and then down. So the input is going to be price, and the output is going to be revenue. My scatter plot is here. I went ahead and went to this website and created a scatter plot just because I couldn't get my calculator screen up here. So here's my scatter plot. And then the regression data, I went ahead and used the cubic regression of the data. It gives the following equation when entered into the calculator. And then I have the revenue function of 2.96 x to the third minus 684.13 x squared plus 21648.15 x plus 36666.67. State the equation, explain what it represents. So this function, the equation was created by entering the data into the calculator and is based off the cubic regression. It gives us a function established from data given in the table. So we write the problem, the scenario for the question. The company has been doing well by selling teachers for a cause. Teachers for Tomorrow has the following revenue function. The input value is price and the output value is revenue. The domain of the function is 0, 40. So we have 4 topics here. Graph the function to illustrate the maximum revenue. What are the critical numbers of the function, their corresponding y or x values, and what would be the best price to maximize revenue. These 3 topics here. So first one, graph the function. I went ahead and went to this website to go ahead and graph the function. And there it is. And we see here that it has a clear maximum. And then we show the calculus worked out. In order to find the maximum revenue of the function for Teaching for Tomorrow, we need to find the critical numbers of the function. The revenue function has an input price and an output of revenue. So here's our revenue function. To find the critical numbers, we take the derivative of our function. Right here, the derivative. We set it equal to 0. And then when using the quadratic formula, when using A for A, B for B, and C for C, we get P equals 136.18 and P equals 17.9. And since p equals 136 is outside of the domain, is not included as a critical number since my domain is from 0 to 40. We don't have any things function that make it undefined, and the domain of the function is from 0 to 40, so we must check p equals 0 and p equals 40 as well. So I created a table here, 17.9, 0, and 40, our respective y values, our points, and the definitions, and then here we have our absolute max. So what would be the best price to maximize revenue? Well, looking at the graph and seeing the table of critical numbers and endpoints, the maximum can be clearly seen at this point, therefore making the maximum revenue $221,943.07 at a price of $17.90. So the statement kind of summarizing this is the best price per t-shirt would be $17.90 for a maximum revenue of $221,943.07. So my reflection: environmental, social, and economic impacts. Completing this project has taught me many things. This project taught me my understanding of how to take a concept and fully apply it to a business-related issue. Taking the concept of extrema and applying it to a company's decision-making brought a new understanding of how important calculus can be in business. The environmental impact of this business will be to educate more people to make a difference in the world. The more educated people there are in the world make for a better vision and a better environment. The social impact of this business is to create a more educated society. The more educated people there are in a society, the less crime and poverty there will be, and this educated society will have better morals and values. The economic impacts of having an educated society would be more jobs and a better future for most individuals, and having a better education will increase the society's knowledge of how to grow and become more involved in the world's issues. Thank you.